Hi, welcome. So I thought I would post a quick update on what's been going on with Deep Rising. I mean, DeepFX Studio and Deep Rising, of course, and everything else DeepFX world related. So updates have been slow. I've been quiet for a bit because I've been busy. As far as DeepFX Studio, I wasn't happy with a lot of things, so I've decided to rewrite it from scratch. What I noticed was the node workflow, while it was powerful, it wasn't giving me what I wanted. So, I'm kind of a hobbyist artist myself, so I play around with software. I like creating art with it. So I was using my own tool one day and I didn't like the workflow. It was very tedious and complicated. And I missed that direct feedback. For example, for programs like Lightwave, I can just jump in, play some stuff and render stuff out, or Blender, of course, for those who are into that. So I missed that. I missed the direct input of that. So, and I found that a completely node-related workflow, while powerful, was a bit, I don't know, a bit slow. And I think my implementation of it wasn't very efficient. So I decided to go a different route. So the nodes will still be there. To be the nodes actually, the power, you want to lose everything you'll be able to do right now in the current DeepFX Studio, you'll be able to do in the rewrite. The nodes will still be there. It's just the way the nodes will affect the scene that will change, okay? Oh, and another thing, a lot of people didn't like the user interface, so that was another reason to rewrite everything. So the interface will get a complete rewrite. This is the old interface, and things will be moving over to this. This is not the final, of course. This is still a work in progress. So I wouldn't take this as what the final product will look like, but the windowing system is pretty much done right now. So you'll be able to split panes and dock windows wherever. So in the old one, things were very stiff. So here you had to, and you could only dock in very specific places. Here, for example, down there, but you couldn't dock down here, you know what I mean? And the center screen was stuck in the center and stuff like that. So, and it was hard to get stuff into place. Okay, so we're ditching this and we're moving into this system. So this system, everything will be a window essentially. You can dock any window into any window, split any pane into any, split a window, vertical, whatever, and place whatever editor you want there. So you can have the viewport, console, node editor, etc. And you can collapse, stretch them, which is pretty cool. They can fill the whole screen now. So at a click of a button, that limitation is gone where things are just stuck. Okay, so things will look better than this eventually. Of course, this is not the final menu system. It's just a prototype for now. Just for most of these buttons don't work. So don't look at it like, oh, I've gone and implemented. Oh, this is just for aesthetic to make things look how they might look when things are done. So most of this stuff doesn't work yet. So, and another change, so the biggest change will be that everything will now be working on a scene graph. Traditional scene graph, not a scene graph. This is just a way to lay out your scene. Things can be parented and parented. So you have direct control over your scene. You can play stuff, edit stuff, move stuff, and whatever directly. There'll be no nodes. You don't need nodes for that. But if you need nodes, what you'll be able to do now, the nodes is you'll be able to pull in a piece of geometry or whatever is in the scene into the node network, edit it, and spit out output, which I think is a better workflow. Yeah, I think that's what most apps do. So I thought I would do that. So the main app will be a scene graph, and you can manipulate stuff there. And then if you want more power, you can pull that into the node network. So the simulation stuff will still be there. That's not going anywhere. SPS fluid simulation to be hopefully smoke will be getting in there at some point as well during the cycle. So there's a lot to do. Oh, and at the same time, of course, I'm also working on the next version of Deep Rising. So those two things actually intertwine, the simulation engine for Lightwave and this. So yeah, I'll be keeping busy with that. But I can, oh yes, I can show you what else is new. The other big change is this version will be getting some modeling tools. So I thought the old one was very static. Very static. Actually, it was so static that it was very optimized for loading big chunks of data. Actually, you could load like big chunks of stuff. Let's see if I could get this to work, like 4 million to 10 million polygons pretty easily. and they would move very fast, for example. So yeah, it was like instant, like it was like 4 million polys here, and it's just instant. So that was because everything, I could cache stuff there. For example, there was no editing. There was no like a modeling engine at the bottom. So things will be getting a bit slower in the next version, of course, but I'll be optimizing stuff. It's because now there's a dedicated modeling engine in the background, okay? So it's not really related to like winged edge or double edge. It's something completely different, something I can work with because I'm not familiar with those data structures and I've never done modeling tools before. So I chose something newish that's been well documented, but I can actually add to it, okay? So it's something I've made from scratch, which I will be updating, okay? So things will be getting slower, but for the benefit, you'll be able to edit stuff now. So this provides a bunch of stuff. One second. Let's see, what can I can start with something simple, like a box, for example. So everything is local now, so localized editing. So the goodness about the modeling engine is localizes everything. It's called adjacency information for edges, faces. So yeah, you've got your vertices. You can edit these directly now. You couldn't do that in the old engine. So you've got a modeling engine now, a very basic one. Of course, I'll be adding stuff to this as we go. So now you can edit. It recognizes vertices. It recognizes edges. Of course, this is all fast. Editing will be fast because it's localized. You click a edge to know whatever's in the neighborhood, etc. If you're into that type of stuff, I'll be optimizing the stuff as it goes on. Of course, right now it's not optimized to perfection, of course, but I'll be working on that. You can edit your faces and stuff like that. So, and then of course I'll be working on basic modeling tools. So extrusion was the first thing I actually got done. There's a whole bunch of other stuff to do. It's actually harder than I thought. So I'll see how far I get on this, on the basic modeling tools. So it's been actually fun learning this stuff. So yeah, as I got extrude for now, you can do that. Oh, actually I was wrong. Yeah, got extrusion. Don't worry about the blackface. This is just not calculating normals at the moment. I'll fix that eventually, of course. What else can I say? So yeah, so basic modeling tools will be getting in there. And oh yes, and another thing, I'm sure you noticed in the old one you couldn't do multi-selection, so everything's been overhauled. The widgets have been overhauled as well. They were a bit clunky before. I don't know. There was the interaction. Now you can move them as far as you want. Oops, did I? I just lost. Okay, yeah, whatever. It won't break anymore. They're there, and you can switch them on the fly now, which is a thing. So that's all been rewritten. Okay, so this is the new stuff. Everything is smoother. It works, and of course this works on editing as well. All these tools work on, for example, your faces. You can scale them down. You rotate. Don't worry about the menus. This is not the way it's gonna be. It's very awkward at the moment. It's just for testing sake at the moment. All that is there. You can do that. Can edit your vertices, of course. This is very basic stuff, I know, but it's new to Deep FX Studio, of course. And of course, we're not moving away from being a support app. We're still going to be a support app, even if we do get more tools that other apps got. It's not targeted at professionals, mainly for hobbyists. Maybe you enjoy just being in one application, and you occasionally go to Lightwave, maybe Blender, you want to bring in stuff, and you just want to work in one place. We're trying to cater to that as well. Or we might have a tool you like here that you want to mix with Lightwave and Blender, all that good stuff. So it's about playing well together. I'm not trying to replace anybody, anything like that, of course. And of course, you'll be able to do simulations and all this stuff that you create in this. So yes, that's the main stuff. And hopefully at some point I'll be able to integrate a open source renderer. So I won't be writing my own renderer anytime soon, maybe in the far future if it's necessary. So at the moment, yeah, so I'll probably find something open source that's good, that's well supported, that won't be killed off anytime soon, and integrate it. So there'll be rendering at some point as well. You'll be able to model render, so texturing too, hopefully. And all this though depends on my skills, of course. So if I can implement it, it will probably make it into here. So, but don't worry about me replacing your favorite app anytime soon. I'm learning this stuff as I go along. So yes, so that's what's been happening. Documentation obviously will be rewritten and all that stuff. So most of that stuff that you've learned, I'm sorry, will probably be you have to relearn a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sorry, but it's for the better. Performance might go down as well in some areas. Like obviously, you won't be able to edit 4 million polygons in real time anytime soon, of course. But we're working on that. What else? Yes, so all the stuff will be being done from scratch. So this is gone. This is the old, as of version old one. So the next one should be probably version 0.5 or something above that, depending on how well the things go. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I've been working on. The next version of Deep Rising and the next version of DeepFX Studio, which is still in beta, of course. It won't come out of beta until at least it's usable, friendly, and it's got most things in there. So that's what will be keeping me busy. So at the moment I am on modeling tools, so that's why I've been quiet. I won't be posting a lot of updates until I've got something solid. Yes, I thought it was going to be easier than it is. Actually, it's a lot of work and harder than it actually looks. So thank you for your patience, and if you've already got a copy, you don't have to worry about the next beta. It's not going to be charged. You've already got a copy. So, and the promotion is still on, $299 until the beta runs out. So there's no, at the moment, there's no window there. Of course, as you can see, we're still changing stuff for the beta. So yes, thank you for watching. Any questions, just send them to me, or support@deepfxworld.com. Any questions you can post, yeah, just send them to me actually, to be easier. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time, I guess.